Okay, welcome back everyone to another special episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yoda Man on the boards. And once again, I'm joined for commentary on this game tonight by Derek. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Doing all right.
All right, so we've got another match. This is the third round of Swiss from the Nova U.S. Star Wars LCG National Championships. On the left, we have Ethan Anderson, who I'm pretty sure goes by IAmBatman on the boards. And on the right, we have Josh Johnson, also known as Letux, who's won quite a few events over the years, here trying to defend his U.S. national title. So in this game, it looks like Ethan's playing Dark Side. He has got the Galactic Enforcers affiliation, which is the Sith Navy 7-card reserve. He started with Dark Lord of the Sith and 2 Power of the Dark Side, so he just got locked out of Navy. And his actual objectives are he's got 2 Power of the Dark Side, 1 Emperor's Web, 1 Killing Cold, 1 Agent of the Emperor, 1 Dark Lord of the Sith, and then his Navy pods, which we're not going to see any of right now, are 2 Might of the Empire, 2 Endor Entrapment, 1 Deploy the Fleet, and 1 Defending the Trench. Josh has a Rebel Alliance deck. Can't see his affiliation over there, but he's got 2 Planning the Rescue, 2 Planning the Attack, 2 Hope of Rebellion, 1 Commando Raid, 1 Haunting the Empire, and he's also got 2 Spark of Rebellion, so he's got a Spark deck with Galactic Ambitions Leia, and it looked like he hit Planning the Rescue and had 3 cards buried, although I didn't see which ones he flipped up there.
I thought there were 2 fate cards that he put under Power of the Dark Side.
Okay.
I didn't see what the other one was. That's the one thing he is locked out of Navy over there, but then Power of the Dark Side doesn't work unless you have only Sith in play.
Yeah. Dark Lord of the Sith, you mean?
Or Dark Lord, yeah.
Right. So he's going to at least get some benefit out of that potentially here. And yeah, I think Josh has Haunting the Empire, Hope of Rebellion, and Planning the Rescue is what it looks like to me. And there is the Massassi Temple War Room. A good elite resource to start with here.
Yeah.
And then what else is he playing?
I don't know.
He's paying 4 for Kanan. Okay. And then he's going to use Kanan's resources, it looks like, and put in a Children of the Force. Yep. So
was he sparking there? Oh no, he was looking with the children. That's why it turned him sideways.
Right. So he looked with the children, and then he's going to get focus from Dark Lord of the Sith. Now Ethan played a Emperor's Royal Guard and a Sith Warrior, so at least he had a couple units he could play. The Dow is going to go to 3 already. And we'll see what Ethan can do here without any actual Navy resources. That's going to kind of limit what he could do. It looks like he discarded a Royal Guard champion, so he's probably planning to get that thing back for free in a second. And Josh has discarded a Rebel Tactician.
His Navy pods were which ones again?
Might of the Empire, Endor Entrapment, Deploy the Fleet, and Defending the Trench. So if he could actually pull the fleet staging area, he can get himself into Navy, but he's just played double Ice Tromper here. So
yeah, I was listening to those pods, just trying to think if all the units and stuff are all Navy units, or if there's neutral stuff he can get away with, or what. But
yeah, I don't think there's neutral units, but I said if he hits the fleet staging area, it'll give him a Navy resource. So he just committed one of the Ice Trompers and pulled back the Royal Guard champion. So he's got a pretty good swarm here.
Yeah, there's no mains over there, but that's not a bad looking board for turn 2.
And considering he's locked out of Navy, I think you got to be kind of happy with what your board space would be. So he's looking with children.
The only thing he's missing now is something with focus, because that's if they attack and you block with something that has focus, then you punt the unit out with the Ice Chopper, and then the focus guy gets to just auto-win edge and swing for free.
Yeah, and he's got 3 Palpatines. So
yeah.
He could potentially get out at some point. I couldn't see what that was.
Yeah, I missed it too.
Is it another children?
Well, we'll see if he spins it sideways at some point.
Yeah. Cost 2, whatever it was.
There's so many two-cuss chuds in
Yeah, I
that.
know.
I couldn't even name them all. Yeah, it is a children. I saw it there when he
Yeah.
passed his hand over it.
All right, so it looks like he is focusing the children. And he's committing Kanan and the children to take balance back, so the Dow will just go to 4. And he left a bunch of resources there, so I don't know if he's saving for some trick or if he's just didn't really have anything he wanted to put out yet over there on Josh's side.
Mm.
Yeah, so Ethan, like I said, done pretty well to build up a decent board, being locked out of half of his cards essentially.
Yeah,
That's just
and
awful
he's got
luck.
no resources too. He might be sitting there holding like control rooms that he can't play and
Yeah.
whatnot. He needs to find some resources here.
There's Mara.
Well, that's a decent hitter.
Yeah. Now, if he has her lightsaber, he wouldn't be able to afford it, but still.
Not till next turn, yeah.
I mean, he's got the force card, so he can commit her and turn all our stuff on at least after this turn.
Mm-hmm. There's echoes in his deck too, isn't there?
There are echoes in his deck from Power of the Force. Or Power of the Dark Side, I mean. So he could commit Yoda that way if he wanted to attack. I mean, commit Mara that way if he wanted to attack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He could send her in and commit
Right.
her via echoes and have his targeted strike
Right.
right now.
And if he, his Power of the Dark Side, you have to win by 3 or by 2?
3.
3. Okay, so he will only win by 2 if he commits Mara.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why he committed the other guy over there too. Caning, well, he needed to take force, but still.
Right, so he's going to take force, but Power of the Dark Side won't trigger.
Right.
So Ethan gets balance back here. I said, all things considered, I mean, he just got Mara on the board too, so he's got a main, and she's got shielding, she's got targeted strike now that she's committed. And there is Galactic Ambitions Leia. And shenanigans are probably about to ensue here.
Yeah, what does she do? I never actually played her.
Right, I know.
She always looks so weird to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Pod anyway.
Right, so she is, if she leaves play, she's captured by your opponent at any dark side objective of his choice. Your opponent gets to pick. And when it leaves play, you can search your objective deck for a rebel objective and switch it with any undamaged objective you control, and then shuffle your deck.
Okay.
So, and
what
it
would
looks
he
like-
be hunting for if he did that then? Which objective would he be wanting?
I don't know. I mean, he's already got Planning the Rescue out. I guess he could pull Dodonna's out maybe, and there is a telekinetic strike onto Leia, I guess, from the Ice Tromper. Can you do that? I'm trying to remember. Isn't there some restriction on telekinetic strike?
No, it just has to be a unit of equal or lesser cost.
It's character or creature. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can do it with a creature. I couldn't remember if you could use a creature with or just character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd rather do that versus
Right.
killing her and letting her go fish for something. You want
Yeah,
to keep
exactly.
her
I
locked
mean,
down.
you want to keep her locked down if you can, rather than get shenanigans going.
Yeah, because he could have easily just popped an ice tromper when she
Right.
attacks.
I mean, I guess you
and
could
killed her.
maybe you pull Commando Raid to get the fake cards resolving multiple times. So it looks like Ethan's going to keep balance. The dial should go to 6 here.
Yeah, it dials counting pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think you want to go in with Mara here and take something out.
Yeah, but
Take out some units. Because you really don't have to worry about a counterattack because of the ice chompers.
Right. I mean, what do you want to take out? Kanan, maybe? If you could, just get him off the board.
Kanan has 3 health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're putting a shield on Mara so she doesn't get focused down potentially. Get 2 damage on Kanan to where he can never attack without getting killed by an Ice Tromper.
Yeah. If you win Edge, or if you get her Saber on her, then she could do
Yeah.
it.
Or at the very least, make him block with Kanan or the children or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And get them to double focus too. Make Kanan use. Although Kanan's probably Kanan's gonna unfocus Leia here,
Right.
with his ability.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. What I was saying. At the very least, maybe you make him gain some focus, or you put some damage on him.
Right. He's reading Leia.
He's like, man, I'm gonna have to keep focusing her so many times. How bad is it gonna be if I kill her?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what could he put out as an objective instead? And see, Hope of Rebellion has the thing where
Well, now is it only a rebel objective you can search for?
yeah.
Okay, so you can't go get Spark is the point.
Actually, wait, let me take that back. I may have said that wrong. You can only search for a rebel objective. You can switch it with any undamaged objective.
Okay. He's drawing cards with Dodonna. What was that second unit he just played? Can't make that one out.
I see Children of the Forces, it looks like.
A third one?
Yep,
yeah,
the third one.
So. Yep.
And he had looked with the Children of the Force, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And Dark Lord's going to trigger, and I think that Children's going to get hit again. He's looking again with the Children of the Force. After he played Dodonna. So Josh is trying to build up a board here. Well, he said you can only attack into it so much because of the ice trompers.
Yeah. Although it's going to get much worse though if he waits until there's a dark side blocker with focus.
Right. And then
that's what he really wants to have not happen.
Right. And Hope of Rebellion's when a leader unit leaves play, put a unit with printed cost 2 or lower into play.
Mm-hmm.
So if Leia leaves play, then that combos with Hope. And so what's he blocking with?
Now it puts what does it put into play for free again?
Unit that costs 2 or lower.
Okay. So it's like another Spark type ability.
Right. And
what did he go hunting for?
He must have Leia leave play or something.
Yeah, he popped the Ice Tromper.
Okay.
So Leia's going to be captured.
And then
what is that he grabbed?
I think he grabbed another planning the rescue.
Yeah.
And there is a call to action, it looks like, rescue mission, which he probably did not want to have captured, and Kanan's concentration.
Mm-hmm.
So he's clearly trying to set up for a Kraken shot.
Yeah, that's why he's piling him under.
Yeah, under Dark Lord. And then Ethan can capture Leia wherever he wants to. He's probably looking to see what's already under there.
I don't know that I would add her to that stack.
Yeah, because Dark Lord seems like to me that's the obvious place you want to attack anyway.
And then you're going to be seeing her again.
Right.
You want to put her where she's not going to be brought back.
Yeah, I think maybe put her on the other power of the dark side that already had a card there just so you couldn't automatically figure out where she was.
Yeah, because putting her at the middle one, the other thing you get by putting her there is there's no way if she's going to get rescue mission back.
Right.
But one of those is already buried under there.
Yeah, so it looked like he passed her and Josh took balance back. So what's battle 7 now, I think? Does that sound right? It's been creeping up.
I don't think he only took force once.
Right.
So it should be. He didn't just take it back, he did. He's got 3 guys committed now.
Right. And there's
7 I think is right.
So he choked Kanan there.
What's that damage from?
He had a choke.
Oh, okay.
So So Ethan's still got one Tromper left. But the good thing about what he did was he just freed up that Force card. But he
Yeah.
needs. I don't think he's going to be able to get balance back here. Unless he's got something he can hit with for 3.
Well, they've got 7
Yeah.
sitting out there,
He's
so
got 5
he
with
needs to
Mira.
lock guys down,
Yeah.
or he's never going to be able to trigger those powers. If you can play Palpatine and commit him, that would be 10, and it would go off.
Yeah.
But he only has 4 resources.
Yeah, he's not playing Palpatine anytime soon because he needs a resource.
Yeah. So the only way he's going to get rid of those, really, is just to attack and kill. He's going to have to go in with Mara.
And he just passed turn, and Josh hit Power of the Dark Side. And I think Ethan is starting to have to slow down here because of probably without the lack of Navy. Well, lack of any resources, not just Navy. Yeah, that's awful to have this happen in a high-level tournament like this, to be completely locked out on one of your affiliations.
Well, that's the danger running in these 5-5-6-6 stacks.
Yeah, there's Hera. And he keeps looking as he draws cards with the Donna and all that stuff to like cycle through his deck.
Mm-hmm.
He's used every single one of those Children of the Force here to look at cards. One before he drew, one after he drew, then after the Dodonna trigger. And there's a hidden outpost. And something else slightly big. There's Ghost. Okay. So he's got some blast on that board now.
All he needs now is Kraken.
Yep. And Ethan does still have the one Ice Trumper left to boot something out. Of course, it can't boot Ghost out.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Josh is going to actually attack this time, or if he's going to, because I guess they're going to conflict. So I gotta think Ethan will trigger Dark Lord at some, like when they're going to conflict here. Is he going to forget? He should be able to hit something with Dark Lord.
That's just going to be one of the children.
Yeah, but even if it is, that's still one blast that you know can't come at you.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's forgetting Dark Lord here.
Yeah.
He's going to block with Mara and the Royal Guard Champion, which will give him Edge 1. It'll also give him a shield. So, is he going after Dark Lord, I think? Looks like that's what he slid off to the side a little bit.
Well, I think he did that a little earlier, didn't he, when he put all the cards back under?
Oh, okay, so maybe that didn't. So we're not sure if that's why he's attacking. All right.
Yeah, I didn't see him do anything.
Now, Hera is a leader, I think, so when she leaves play, it's going to trigger Hope of Rebellion.
Yeah, she is.
But she's going to take 2 damage, and she's going to get to swing and focus something now.
Mm-hmm.
And shoot something for 1. I was
kind of surprised he blocked with both there. If he'd have blocked with just the guard, he could have then killed Hera with the Ice Chomper before she swings. He could still do it now, but instead he's letting her swing.
Right. So it looks like he's just going to shoot Hera, saving the Tromper.
Mm-hmm. Well, in doing it the other way, you would have kept Mara back for defense. Now you've got, basically one of your other guys is focused. Now all you've got is the guard who you protect with and the Chomper. So you got far less guys, and there's still a fair amount of attackers that could be coming your way this turn.
Yeah. So maybe I spoke too soon. Is Hera not a leader? He didn't put anything in, or maybe he didn't have anything in hand.
You might not have. No, I'm pretty sure she's a leader.
Yeah, I thought she was too. Yes, she is. She's a leader and Spectre.
Yeah.
All right, so now he's got the Tromper and the Royal Guard to defend with, because Hera lock down the Sith warrior.
Yeah, we're not sure which objective he was going after because she never did any damage.
All right, so he's going to block with the Royal Guard against these two Children of the Force here. Yeah, again, I'm not sure which one he's, like you said, which one's he actually attacking here. It's a good question.
Well, what he's done is he's left Ghost and Dodonna for a third attack.
He played Echo, so he's going to free up the Royal Guard so it won't double focus at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to get to shoot one of the children. And the other one's going to get a shot off, get 2 damage on guard. So, all right. We might finally see what he's going after here with Ghost.
Yeah, I think Ghost is going in unopposed here.
Yeah, there's really, I mean, unless you're just really trying to stop something, but there is that Rebel's Hope?
Yeah. What does that do?
I think it lets you get a card
from your discard.
Yeah, what is it? If you control a participating unique Rebel Alliance unit, put a Rebel Alliance unit with printing cost 4 or lower into play from your discard pile as a participating unit. If it's in play, return it at the end of the engagement. Return it to your hand. So he's going to get 4 damage between Ghost and Hera, I guess. It doesn't quite blow it up. The Hera will go back to hand. And then when a leader unit leaves play, I would think that would still trigger Hope of Rebellion after that. Mm-hmm. But I'm guessing he still doesn't have something 2 or
less. Yeah, he had 2 chances he could have used it this turn, so my guess is he has nothing 2 cost in his hand.
Right. He's just looking here. And he's going to get balance back with the Donna and the Children of the Force. So we think the dial's probably at 8 now. Dark Lord is teetering on the edge here, along with all those cards that he could get back.
I was kind of surprised he made that the one that he was going to hit for big damage, because you kind of the whole point of having all that stuff captured there is to do it with Kraken.
Yeah.
I thought he might have put the damage elsewhere and banked on Kraken later to take that out in one shot.
Right. I guess if you want the cards back, so he's just going to. It looks like he just went to Force. He's committing the guard and the. Oh, do they have an action before they get there? It looks like. I guess we're backing up for a second. What's on the Sith Warrior? Is that still focused for some reason? I didn't think it got double focused last turn.
Maybe you just didn't see it. I don't know. I think, or no, you know what? It got focused by Hera. I bet when she came back and swung again, and she got focused again.
Yeah. Okay. So he couldn't take balance back. Sorry, that's why Kanan and their Donna and children were going to keep balance, so he decided not to commit. And Josh just hit the middle power of the dark side. He also put undercover under there. He got a couple cards back. And shuffling again. So he's got, look with Children of the Force.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Yeah. Well, I would think Josh actually almost doesn't want to blow anything up so he can blow up all 3. If he can help it, to not let him flip into one of these Navy resources here. And he played the Operations Planner that's in Leia's set that does a damage to a objective that has a captured card at it when it comes into play, damage the other power of the dark side. But Ethan is just, between not having Navy at all and just not drawing any resources, at least nothing playable. He maybe drew Navy resources. It's just his his initial good board state has just crawled to a halt, and there is Hera. Again. This is the third time she's hit the board. So...
And it's still, right now, he's just got to account for that Ice Tromper. I mean, that's the thing with these Spark decks. I mean, even though it's like white,
right.
you got a lot of units out there that have a blast on them.
Right. So Ethan triggered Dark Lord and Josh again used the Children of the Force for the focus there.
Yeah, it's like there's a fair amount of just chuds where it's one blast here, one blast there, and that stuff adds up.
Yeah, I would think Hera, if he's going after Dark Lord of the Sith with Hera, you almost want to trump her out now, so that stays on the board. Because there's so many cards under there. He gets those cards back, you're not winning another edge battle this turn, and that could be the end. So,
well, he can. Well, I guess he can do that. Maybe if he's got a heat. I don't know. Is he going for Dark Lord? Did we see anything?
I don't know.
To indicate that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but he doesn't have a heat in his deck.
Oh.
So I think they both just passed. He's going to do 2 damage to Hera. So do you bump her out or not? I guess not. He's letting her swing. We'll find out in a second. Damage to Mary takes at least the shield on her. I think that's a smart play by Ethan. You don't want her to get locked down if you can help it. And I guess he's trying to decide where, tactics, the Royal Guard champion.
Yeah, I think that's the right decision.
And he doesn't get a blast then with Hera because she didn't win Edge.
Yeah. So here comes Ghost, who can't be stopped by the Ice Tromper.
No, not at all. And there's no shields there either to try to protect. So he's going to block with the guard, I guess, probably just to try to turn off a blast. So I wonder what he's going after here. And
my guess would be the middle.
Yeah, let that go through. Ghost is gonna take 2 damage and do.
No,
actually, that was at the bottom. Okay.
He must be doing what you said, and that is not attacking till he can take all 3.
Yeah, I mean, if he's probably seen some cards in discard, and it's got to realize Ethan's locked out. I mean, well, plus he knows that his affiliation is the 6-6 split, so why let Ethan have access to Navy if he doesn't have it yet?
Mm-hmm.
So really what he needed was one of those fleet staging areas. He could have at least gotten some of the big stuff out. He couldn't have then gotten control rooms out because you can only use that to pay for 2 or more. But, if he had gotten that, maybe the Death Squadron Command Center thing. There's Kingdom's concentration to free up Hera.
Yeah, he hasn't seen any of the other stuff. I mean, you've got resources in Vader's set. You got resources. There's one in Mara. I think every Emperor pod has a resource in it.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen any resources all game.
But he hasn't pitched a lot of cards either, even though they've had some edge battles. So it looks like he's passing turn again.
Yeah.
And Josh just put another one on that 1 power of the dark side. So he's got 4 damage on 2 of... Josh has 4 damage on Dark Lord Sith, 4 damage on 1 power of the dark side, and 2 on the other power of the dark side.
Yeah.
And he's going to start looking with Children of the Force. So he's doing all this without Spark. There's Page's Commando, so he's going to get the top fate card back from discard, and what is that? Rebel's Hope, I think.
Yeah.
And drawing a card with Dodonna there. Another Page's Commando. Was that a target? I think that was the target, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he's not able to end it this turn here.
Yeah,
He's got so much blast out there.
I think Josh is set up pretty well. And Ethan is a really good player. I'm pretty sure he finished in top 16 at Worlds and maybe even Gen Con too if he was there this year. And Josh is certainly a top player, as we know. Looking with Children of the Force again.
I think I saw. I thought I might be wrong. I thought that was it looked like another Dodonna to me, but I might be wrong there.
Yeah, so that's the Chud from Kraken set that lets you move a captured card from one objective to another objective when she enters play. What's she called? I can't remember her name. Kira Mode. Disappointing Kira Mode, probably. I don't remember her name. Alliance Infiltrator. And there's another operations planner, so you can do it damage. He's just going to blow up Dark Lord of the Sith because of the captured cards and get a bunch of cards back for edge battles, among other things. So Ethan does have some shields with Mara and also with the Sith Warrior, but chances are he is not going to get to use at least one of those if he's trying to save it for the objective.
Well, you could. I mean, all you really got to do is send Ghost at the one that has only 1 health left, and then send everything at the other one.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Ice Tromper shielding. So what? Deal with 10 attackers.
Right. Because I gotta think Josh should be able to win edge with Ghost. And then he'll get more cards back.
Yeah, because he just moved one of those cards down there. So whatever one he didn't get, he will get.
Yeah. He almost has too many options.
I think I'd do exactly what I said. I send Ghost down to the bottom.
Yeah, because even if there's a shield, as long as you can win edge, you can get the...
Well, he wouldn't even have to do that. He could play the target.
That's true. So I don't know what he's attacking there. Sith Warrior's defending and got shielded, so that's interesting.
And he sent only Hera.
Right.
So if he used the Chomper, he could just kick him out right there.
He twisted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure which ones he's attacking. There's a Palpatine, and that just got twisted. Wow.
Yeah.
There's another Palpatine, and there's the target. So if that's the power of the dark side, it's going to blow up. So, yeah.
I don't know why he didn't use Chomper as soon as he declared Hera as the attacker, because then he would not have. There wouldn't have been an edge battle. He would have lived the turn and got new objectives.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably a mistake there. Hera's going to lead play.
Yeah, had he blocked and shielded the objective, that would have been one thing.
All right, so Hera leaves play, and he puts in the operations planner. Well, I guess that would have blown up the objective, too. He would have needed to block, put the shield on the objective.
Yeah.
And then that could have stopped that operations planner from blowing it up, too. So now he only needs to get 2 damage somehow on that power of the dark side.
With his 20 guy, I think they're scooping
here.
I
think he's scooping. Yeah, Ethan's scooping. I think...
yeah.
He wasn't winning an edge battle there, even though he had 2 Palpatines in hand that he was never able to play because he didn't have the resources. Saving him for edge, and then Josh with the back-to-back twists. Yeah. He only had 2 in his deck, and he drew both of them. So...
Well, he'd been drawing for a while with those sparks and stuff. He got through a fair amount of his deck.
Pretty interesting deck there on Josh's side, with that stuff. And neat to see it work. I mean, obviously Ethan wasn't playing standard Navy and have Moment of Triumph that could have just done a lot of damage to
that could have wrecked his day.
But I mean, Kanan and Dodonna and Hera would have been all right, but it could have gotten rid of those children, just letting them look and see what's going on. And like the first 2 rounds here, we're going to actually jump straight to the second game of this round, this third round of Swiss between Ethan Anderson on the left and Josh Johnson on the right. So as we switch sides here, Josh took game 1. In the second game, Ethan's going to be playing light side, and he's got the Guardians of Justice affiliation. That's the Jedi Rebel with 7 card reserve. So he's got 2 May the Force Be With You, 2 Heroes Journey, 1 Secret of Yavin 4, 1 Survivors on the Jedi side. And on the Rebel side, he's got 2 Pushing Back the Empire. That's a Cassian. Then 1 Planning the Attack, 1 Haunting the Empire, 1 Commando Raid, and 1 Behind Enemy Lines. And Josh is playing a Navy deck, but it's not completely standard Navy. He's got more officers than anything in promotion, I guess. He's got 2 Tarkin Doctrine, 2 Enforced Loyalty, 2 Pattern Analysis with Callus, 2 Immeasurable Power with Krennic, 1 Emperor's Legion, and 1 Protect the Generator. So some pretty interesting decks here as we're getting to switch sides, see all these officers on the light side, or the dark side, to see how that goes. And the light side, we're going to see Cassian. That's the first time we've seen Cassian in any of these decks. I was a little surprised we didn't see him sooner.
Yeah, Cassian's pod's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
I love playing with Callus. He's one of my favorite pods to use. So I've actually got him in a deck where it's like promotion deck primarily. Although I avoid the Rebel Saboteurs because I run a 9-1 split and I play with Spice Trade.
Yeah, that's not a bad move.
And Mahdi also. I don't have some of the best stuff in there like Tarkin Doctrine or Yularen or anything like that, just because I've got them in another deck. So.
Right. So, looks like I had a mulligan again. And we will see what we end up with here. Hopefully we'll be able to see the objectives and not get a glare.
Callus is so fun. Nobody ever expects him. I've lost track of how many main units I've blown up just because I've gotten through with Callus and popped an objective. And all of a sudden Yoda's gone, Chewie's gone, or whoever.
Right.
You know, and doing it with stuff like promotion and things like that. Just there's so many tricks you can use to get him through and pop an objective.
Yeah, I mean his ability is pretty neat there that you can do. All right, so I said Ethan must definitely be mulliganing.
I think they both are.
I think Josh did too. They're just shuffling. Try to get a better hand.
Yeah.
So again, unfortunately, we don't know where everybody stands in here, but I got to think that Nate, shout out to Nate Tripp again for Catch Yourself on the Boards for recording these games. That it was probably the top table, so we got to assume they've both been doing well up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh took that first game there, when Ethan unfortunately got locked out of Navy and just didn't draw resources. So, and we'll see what happens this time. Some fancy cutting there.
Okay.
I'm real curious to see this this officer deck that Josh has. Well, there's a decent amount of troopers, I guess, to potentially trigger things. So it looks like he's got that 2 Pattern Analysis and Protect the Generator.
I think so.
And then see May the Force Be With You, Survivors, and
is that Haunting?
Yeah, that's Haunting the Empire.
So he's got 1 Rebel.
Yep.
So he could, if that gets popped, he might get locked out again. He might be having horror nightmares about that now after that last game.
At least he didn't get locked out at the start.
Yeah.
And the other objectives are quite annoying, so you got to wonder. Yeah, so that is the assembly area. Looks like, and then I think that's the Endor Outpost, whatever it's called.
It's always nice to play non-limited resources.
Yeah. And there is a Death Trooper. And what is that? That's the free thing. Is that what makes him... Elite or something. I think that's the
one of them gives you Edge 1, I think, or
right.
is it pattern analysis or protect the generator? One of those things gives like guys Edge if they have an enhancement. I think.
That I think that's squad leader that he just
Squad
played that
leader.
made
That's
him
what I'm
elite.
thinking.
Yeah, and then
And
he
then there's
committed him.
something else. Something else gives you Edge if
Right.
you've got enhancements on it. I'm trying to remember which one that is now.
Is that what pattern analysis does?
I think
Yeah,
so.
pattern analysis. Each non-vehicle you control with one or more enhancements gains Edge 1.
Now, he
So
has 2 pattern analysis
right,
out there. So that Death Trooper has Edge 2 and Elite now.
right. And so then he's got the Endor command post, so he got some resources out too. All right, so let's see what Ethan can do this game. Starting with a resource, Dagobah Training Grounds. That's always good.
Got a resource. First time for everything.
Yeah, and he does have one of Dodonna in there, so if he can manage to draw the Massassi Temple War Room, at least he can kind of be pretty sure he won't get locked out of Rebel at all. So he's still got 4 resources to play with. He's got something big here, it looks like. 3, that might be a Yoda. What do you think? There's Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
The question is it worth it to send Yoda in? You can prevent a damage with survivors, but you still may take a damage.
Yeah, and you're not really going to gain anything either. I mean, you get to do 1 damage to that Death Trooper, but you're not going to lock it down because if it's elite.
Right.
Well,
there's a
no,
nudge.
if you lose,
if
you intentionally lose Edge, you just don't play Edge. The Trooper swings first, gets 2 focus, and then you get to put a 3rd on him.
Yeah, that's true.
So, although because you played the nudge now, you're not going to be able to deal any damage.
Yeah, so the dial should go back to 0. I don't think they've adjusted it yet.
Right. But that would lock down the Death Trooper for a turn at least. But as you said, Yoda would take a damage as well.
Yeah, well, if you let him, yeah. I don't think he has anything else, but he's left a resource there so he could, potentially play one of those rifles or whatever, too.
Did you say he has Yavin in his deck? So he's got Deflect, potentially.
He does have one secret of Yavin for it, yeah.
Yeah. So he's got a Deflect in there. And he's got Protect, and he's got Guardians.
So he attacked with Yoda.
It looks like he didn't block.
Got 2 damage on Protect the Generator.
Why did he double focus Yoda?
Protect the Generator.
Oh, yeah.
First unit that attacks a Navy objective. I'm surprised he didn't just swing with the nudge. Get a free damage. He must, yeah. Of course, with your Lauren and out there and Fist, maybe don't want more damage coming back at you. So he committed Yoda, took balance back. The dial should actually be at 1. They missed putting it back with the nudge.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like it says 2. There is the mouse droid. I wonder if you focus the nudge to stop a draw?
Probably.
I think so. Another Death Trooper.
Now seeing the mouse droid, though, now he knows he has to worry about Fist and Yulari.
Right. There is the Stormtrooper assault team. And I think...
Speaking of things to be afraid of.
I think that just got the squad leader.
Yep. So now he is Edge 2. So now you could send that with the Death Trooper and have Edge 4.
Yeah, that's potentially nasty.
If he can put that rifle on that thing and give it another gun and blast, Yoda's gone.
Yeah. He just passed, though.
Huh.
So, let's see what Ethan can do here. Again, the dial is incorrect. We'll see if it plays a part in this game.
I haven't seen them touch the dial at all this game. Unless they're only using that's the Force token over there. I see him flip. I haven't seen him move the dial at all.
I know, it says 2. They must have moved it at some point. I can see it.
Does it? I can't make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it should be at 1 right now.
Yeah, so he's got Ethan's got 6 resources here. And he hasn't used the Maelstrom yet. I guess maybe he's saving to try to use him on defense.
Well, he might use it on his turn right before his turn ends to try and get him to focus the nudge and then have him free on his turn to actually draw with.
But you have to do the Maelstrom during deploy. You can't do it anytime.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could do it anytime. It'd be really like busted.
Well, I thought he was pretty busted either way.
There's Ron. Yeah, there goes the mouse droid. And there's the nudge focused. Well, that'll certainly help.
He needs to eliminate objectives completely, not just tickle them again because of the fist and the Yularen potentials.
Right. And Josh does not have any unique Navy units out right now, so if he could somehow take out this protect the generator, which he really should be able to. If he attacks with Yoda, well, I guess if he loses edge, he might not. But yeah, I mean, even if he loses edge, he's just going to commit Ron. The dial should only go to 2, but they just put it to 3.
Yeah, they're a point off here.
Yeah. And you just discard another Death Trooper. Oh my gosh.
He's got 6 in his deck.
I know. I think he's drawn 5 already or something, or at least 4. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think Ethan's running the risk that protected generator stuff's going to come back. I think it would have been worth it to send Yoda in there. If he doesn't block, you're just going to blow it up. If he does block, even though Yoda is going to get locked down, I mean, maybe that's the risk you take. And there's Callus.
Well, he's not going to blow it up. If you just let Yoda swing, Yoda's going to do 2 damage, and it's not going to die yet.
Yeah, it is, because he kept balance, so he put another damage on there. There's 3 on it now.
Oh, does it have 3?
Yeah, okay. And if he blocks, you can protect something to Ron and blow it up.
Yeah, that I knew.
Yeah, and he just promoted Callus.
That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think if he's got a fist or something, it's just going to be...
Yeah, really... now he does have an elite guy there.
Yeah. Now, the Stormtrooper can't just take out Yoda because of survivors and Ron. At least that's going to help his cause here, but it's an awful lot of blast he could get going through.
Well, if you send this... If you have the trooper attack, you just have him go directly to Ron, because doesn't his ability only work when you protect?
Yeah.
So you want to just attack and do damage with the assault team to Ron directly.
Yeah, that's true.
He'll burn the survivors to keep him alive, but then he's only got 1 health, and his protect is irrelevant in terms of triggering his ability anyway.
Right, that's true. So Yoda's blocking this Death Trooper here. This may or may not be alright, because there's well-equips in this dark side deck, too. So there's a Seeds. And I think he's going to win the Edge Battle. He seeds the Death Trooper. And he's going to just kill the other Death Trooper. He's got to focus, so I think who do you focus? The Trooper, or you focus Callus? Focus the Trooper.
Yeah, I think you have to do the Trooper. Just because of what I said, he'd be coming in next.
So Yoda is double focused, but that's alright. As long as you can keep May the Force be with you from blowing up and killing your Nudge and Yoda at the same time.
Well, I think that's just it. I think he can send in Callus here and put a bunch of damage on it to where and if he has Fist in his hand, he could blow it up.
Oh, that's true. So I don't know, if he sends Callus, do you block with Ron? Yeah, he is.
Gosh, I don't know.
He's
If
blocked.
he has a
Well,
target, it's the same thing.
I think if you got a twist, you block with Ron. If you've got your twist from Secret, you have him for to try to
Yeah.
stop a potential fist. So Josh has put 3 in. Ethan's put 2 in here.
Well, Callus has is that promotion that he's got on
Yeah,
him,
he's
right?
got promotion,
Yeah.
so it's not going to matter. But I got to think. I said there's well equips in that deck. I got to think he's trying to free up one of those other things. He is all in.
He kept adding, so I'm sure there's no
Yeah,
twists.
yeah. If there's a twist, I'd be shocked now. I don't see it well equipped.
I don't either.
Is that a fist though?
He must have used the fist because he just changed the damage.
Yeah, and he put 2 on survivors. And I'm guessing that he won there with that Ethan
Looks
won.
like, yeah, because that's painful.
So
Losing Callus there.
How did he kill Callus though? He should have only had 2.
There must have been a heat in there. I saw there were fate cards. I just couldn't make out what they were.
Oh,
So
okay.
he must have had a heat of battle.
There would be a heat and commando raid, so that could have done it. Yeah, I must have missed that. Well, that worked out about as well as Ethan could have hoped, I would think. There wasn't a well equipped to free something up. Now Ron's still locked down, but I'm not sure that matters.
No,
and
now
ping damage back.
He lost the big guy's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the biggest threat in the deck.
Especially with that promotion on him.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't expecting to get hit with a heat.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if they wouldn't have had deckless probably in Swiss, so I don't know if they did on the top cut. There is a Page's Commando. Well, we'll find it. So he should be able to get the top fate card back from his discard pile. Is he going to get it? He said there was fate cards there.
I thought there were. Otherwise, I don't know how.
Well, there should at least have been a seeds because he used the seeds at one point. There's a Rebel Saboteur.
Yeah. He might have forgotten to trigger that.
Yeah. Yeah, if he did, I don't think we saw it. So.
And the dial is still at 3, even though it should be at 2, right?
It might be right now.
I can't make it out.
It says it's at 3, so he just sent in the Saboteur at Page's Commando and blew up that one. One of them should have been double focused, though, from Protect the Generator. Oh, yeah, see, they're fixing it. I think it was actually right at 3. Yeah, now they're just went up to 4. I guess the nudge is going in.
No, I don't think they ever changed it.
Maybe they didn't. Yeah. One of those things should have been double focused from Protect the Generator. And there is Enforced Loyalty.
Yeah, it dials at 4. I'm pretty sure it should be at 3.
Yeah, because I think Ethan's managed to get balance back every time he played that nudge the first turn. So I said we'll find out if it comes into play. I mean, if Ethan ends up winning this game, then it won't matter. If Josh wins the game, then we might have to double check these clicks here.
Yeah.
And I think the Mouse Droid is going to get to focus. I'm a little surprised he didn't free something up using May the Force be with you there, because he could have. Maybe free up the Saboteur just to get the shield.
Well, there's not a whole lot over there to attack with, and he still has Yoda for defense.
Yeah, but
with Yoda being able to balance damage to Ron.
Right, there's a Death Trooper. Yeah, but that Stormtrooper still got all those guns potentially with the bonuses.
Yeah, but you can still block with Yoda, and like I said, redirect damage to Ron if Yoda takes damage.
Right, or if he hits Ron, then you're gonna just
so assuming he can win Edge, Yoda's gonna lock down that guy anyway.
Yeah.
What just got added there? I can see the glare, but I can't make out what.
Yeah, I can't see what it is either. Is it Krennic? Maybe it's Krennic.
Yeah.
So.
And then he just passed turn.
He passed turn. Ethan kept balance and did a damage in first loyalty to turn it off.
Yep.
course, Krennic's not dying anytime soon with all this.
Krennic and his army of
Yeah.
troopers.
I can't tell if Josh still has his affiliation card open to be able to use Krennic's ability.
I don't know, yeah.
Of course, a Rebel Saboteur could cancel that.
Yep.
There is Winter. Now that's interesting. That could put some of those enhancements back, at least kind of clog
Winter
his
is
hand.
fun. It's every time I built a deck with her, it's ended up being crappy, but I just always want to play with her.
Yeah. So he's going to keep balance and put the the one resource back that gives you the trooper discount.
Yep.
At least I think that's what it was.
Well, that's the obnoxious thing is she just keeps putting cards back on top of your deck. So then not only do you have to replay them, but it's one less card that you could have drawn
Right.
that you would have wanted to get instead of that.
Yeah. So
Well,
what's that? That's the what are those things called? The Academy Engineers. That after you
that's
search,
right.
after an engineer's play, you can search the top 5 cards of your deck for an enhancement, reveal it, and add it to your hand.
Yeah, and it looks like you pulled the control room there.
Yeah.
It's more bait for winter.
So Ethan has blown up an objective, and we think the dial should just be at 4. There's a second mouse droid. I think that nudge is going to suck up at least one of those, and then depend on if he sucks up anything else with one of those other units, or if Josh waits and tries to use them on Ethan's turn.
Yep.
There's a control room, it looks like.
Probably.
Yeah. And then the assembly area again. It's non-limited. And something else is coming out, just can't tell what it's going to be. Tarkin. That could make things a little bit more
complicate
problematic.
things.
Yeah, unless he's got a Saboteur in hand to cancel a Tarkin
Mm-hmm.
blank. I guess they're going to conflict, and he's using Tarkin, I think. Or maybe he's not. He might be using Krennic. Oh, nope, he passed turn, it looks like. Okay.
So did he take damage?
Yeah, I think it looked like he put one on the other pattern analysis. I'm not.
Why would you do that? You've already blown up an objective.
I guess if you're worried about Fist.
Yeah, that's the only reason I can think of that you wouldn't
Yeah.
put them together. But that's also, again, assuming you're not going to be attacking this turn.
So nudge.
Because if you do attack, then you go for the one with the 2 damage on it.
Dial goes to 4. And
When it should be.
Josh
should
tried to
be-
use a mouse droid, and Ethan canceled.
It should be at 3.
Yeah, we think it's 3. I started losing track now. After they missed it the first time, then I was like, okay, wait, is it right or not? Is that Judder Page? I think he just played Judder Page. And Josh tried to use mouse droid again, and the nudge stops it again.
No.
So he's still got 2 resources left open. Ethan does, and Josh has resources open to potentially use Tarkin. I can see at least 1 resource. He might have more than that. It's just hard to see where the control room and stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
So, see if they're going to conflict or not. Ethan is looking through his discard. I don't know what he's looking for. Maybe fake cards or something.
Mm-hmm.
So is he going to actually attack here, or is he going to sit back again?
The problem is they're both built boards, but at some point Lightside has to attack to win.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, are you in better shape by going or by waiting?
All right. Well, it looks like Josh just spent a resource on something, so we're gonna assume it's probably Tarkin blanking.
Well, I thought he put 2 tokens down. I saw him drop the 1 there, but I thought he dropped the 1 on the card sitting next to it as well. So he might have used both Krennic and Tarkin.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Krennic's like the beginning of the phase too, right? Just like
Yeah.
Tarkin. Yeah.
Yeah, he gives, I think, shielding, elite, or something else. I think he just said he blocked with all 4 of those guys in the front. I didn't
Yeah.
see who he attacked with. Was it just Yoda? Probably.
Yeah. No idea.
But I think it's that whole front line is defending.
That's a lot of defenders if that's what it is. And I
Well,
gotta
he's
wonder,
got
did
2
he?
Death Troopers in there. He didn't place any shield out, so I'm guessing he has Edge too.
Yeah, that's the obvious thing if he didn't use the shields. And there's a focus on Tarkin.
What's that from?
I'm not exactly sure what's going on here.
Maybe there wasn't an attack.
Yeah, maybe there wasn't. He might have blanked "May the Force be with you" then at the end, so he couldn't free up a nudge or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's trying to use the mouse droid. Is he gonna try to cancel something? I think you could get away with using like stopping one of those with Page's commandos. Just let him draw. Doing the other one there. There's Page's commandos. Maybe he blocked Winter so nothing would bounce back.
Well, that only works when you win the Force struggle. I know that.
Right, but he would have won the Force struggle because.
Right.
I mean, is that Renz or is that Dyer? I can't tell who that is.
I think it's Renz because he's looking at 5
Yeah,
cards
it's
here.
Renz. So he could look for a trooper.
Yeah, he got
No
nothing.
troopers.
I think he lost his Imperial Fist in that too.
Yeah, I think he lost a Krennic too.
Well, he's already got Krennic.
Yeah, but that was a 3-pip card.
Yeah.
And if Krennic happened to die somehow, although unlikely with those Death Troopers out, but
Yeah, it's not happening. Going 5 cards without finding a trooper, though, that's kind of annoying.
yeah, I said there's a decent amount of troopers because he would have the Stormtrooper assault teams from Tarkin Doctrine. He's got the Death Troopers, obviously. He's got the Scout Troopers in Emperor's Legion.
I'm kind of surprised with as many troopers as he's running, he's not running Family Connections.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be more of an officer deck than a trooper deck, even though it's got some of the trooper stuff in it. So.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's obvious, but still.
Yeah, so what's Josh doing here? Looks like he's paying for something just off the screen again.
I know the promotion pod, I primarily run it for promotion. I'm not I don't care too much about the rest of the cards in there, but I love having promotion on Thrawn, but he's not running that either.
No, he
which
didn't.
has the protect, those guys are protect officer, aren't they?
Alright, so whatever he tried to do, it looked like the Rebel Saboteur just canceled it.
Yep.
I don't know if that was a Tarkin thing or if it was Krennic or. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little hard to tell some of what's going on here.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of stuff on the table over there.
Alright, looks like Josh might be getting ready to attack.
Well, the dial is still so low, it's just dangerous to attack and leave yourself open for a counterattack.
What is that? Is that Moment of Triumph? It's going to kill both nudges.
Yeah, it must be, yeah.
It's going to kill a few on both sides here. All the chuds are gone.
Yeah, and the dial went up by 2. That made a difference. So they've got it at 7. I think we're still 1 higher than it should be, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they did not do the nudge the first time.
Given how far...
Well, we know they didn't, but we don't think they caught it eventually.
Yeah, given how far we into the game, I'm sure they're not going to catch it at this point, that the dial should only be at 6, so we'll see if the 1 point makes a difference.
Now, looks like Josh doesn't have too many cards left there now. I'm looking there. I think he may have 2 cards in hand. And I can't tell if he's got resources to potentially be able to use Tarkin other than Tarkin's himself.
Yeah, he might have used Tarkin himself.
Looks like he just used Ren's with Endor with the command post that you can focus an officer to free up the the resource on the objective. So now he can
use that resource for something else.
Yeah, like Tarkin or Krennic, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a lightsaber on Ron. So he's trying to see if he'll use Tarkin on the lightsaber. He also played a Guardian of Peace there, so he's got a protector.
Yeah, this is getting dangerous for Darkseid just because you're not going to be able to kill stuff. You don't have a whole lot of tactics over there. I mean, you've got Krennic, you got Tarkin, but, you know, if you lose Edge and they get locked down first...
Right. Now, Ethan doesn't have a lot of tactics either. He's got Yoda and Winter, but...
Right.
And
but the difference is that he's got a ton of protect and damage shields and redirecting damage and survivors and stuff like that. So it's getting a little scary for...
All right, so he pointed at... He obviously just used Krennic there. I'm not sure if he used Yoda or if he used Tarkin too. I would assume he did on something. I think you use it on Ron there. Right. I mean, I guess you could use it on Yoda's guns, but I don't think you want to have it protect Ron and bounce back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got the other fist.
Well, he might be holding Yularen and hoping to save him for next turn, too, and play him.
Yeah.
He's drawn through a lot of his deck, so even if he doesn't, he might be expecting to draw it.
Right.
Because I think he lost his both fists now, but I don't think we've seen either copy of Yularen, even in the cards he lost there.
Yeah. It looks like they pass and turn again. And that's going to bounce that enhancement back. Okay. With Winter, so he's going to keep balance.
Dial's up to 8 now, though.
Yeah. Let's see. Josh looks like he's going to play a control room.
Yeah, one thing you would like to get is his other copy of Callus.
Yeah. Or promotion. Or both. So it looked like he passed turn again, and so Winter bounced that other thing again. And he did a damaged and forced to get it up to 3 damage.
So did he just save all his resources then? What is he doing this turn?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he figured it was just going to get bounced. Why bother playing it? I don't know.
Well, because he's got so many things out there. If he didn't, something else would just get bounced.
Yeah. So Ethan has blown up the one objective, so the question is, can he actually get a second one and third one here before the dial keeps creeping up? And he's got to deal with Tarkin. Now, Ethan's got Core Luke in his deck, which could potentially target a strike at Tarkin there.
Yeah, well, at the very least, then Tarkin just blanks him. So, but then that takes up the target in action that could be used on something else.
Right. I was just trying to think of what ways he had to potentially get rid of Tarkin here. Get him off the board so you don't have to play around him quite as much.
Well, he could get Shin training
Yeah, that would do it.
Ron's set and then use a Saboteur to keep it from being discarded by Tarkin.
Yeah, that's true. If he's got another Saboteur, he can kind of counteract Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like we've got an attack here.
Attack.
Yoda and Paige. And, so did he actually get to use Tarkin and Krennic, I'm guessing?
Probably. He had so many resources, and he spent 2, so I'm sure something happened here.
Right. Looks like he's going to block with Krennic, maybe and a Death Trooper to get the edge bonus from the protected generators. Or not pattern analysis, sorry, not protected generators. And he's spending a resource to give Krennic the Ion Disruptor. So now he's got Edge 4.
Yeah. And that's without using the Edge bonus on the Trooper.
Right, as far as we know. Now he's all in here.
So he's probably got Edge 5 right now, assuming he gave that bonus.
Yeah, I wonder if he had a twist. Is there the twist? He had the twist. He put the twist in with Allies of Necessity and brought Allies of Necessity back with Paige.
Huh.
And there's 2 Allies of Necessity and 1 came back again.
Was there another twist? Is that what happened?
I don't know. And there's Allies of Necessity again. Yeah, I'm a little confused with that one. Unless Josh twisted. Maybe Josh twisted. There was a bunch of fake cards in Josh's edge stack there. So he's got a Heat and Allies here. So that's...
Well, he must not have given that edge bonus to the Death Trooper then. Was it because it? I mean, didn't Krennic still win there? That's only 4, and he should have 4 just between those 2 characters from the pattern analysis.
Right, it should be.
So they should have. And Krennic has 2 focus. He should just be able to lock down both guys.
Right. Looks like he's double focusing. I think he double focused Yoda.
What happened there? That must have been protect. Did he somehow win that edge battle?
Yeah. Alright, is there a limit on protect the generator? Or, I mean, pattern analysis?
I don't
Did
think
I just
it's
forgot?
like
I didn't think there
per
was.
turn or once per turn, is it?
Each non-vehicle you control with 1 or more enhancements on it gains edge 1.
Yeah, he should have won that edge battle.
Yeah, unless there was an edge bonus somewhere I just missed.
Yeah, because it was at the very least. There was only 4 between the 2 Allies of Necessity. He didn't have like an edge bonus from something else.
Right.
The 2 pattern analysis alone should have offset.
Oh, you know what? I think what happened was he played a couple of them in one of those allies he brought back with Paige. So he might have won 6 to whatever is what it was. I think he pulled the 1 card back.
Oh, he picked it up again, so it was actually he had 6.
Right.
So that
must have been what happened.
Okay.
So now he's taking Ron. He's going to win. Does he win that or not? Yeah, I guess Ethan won. Yeah, that was a little hard to see because he was bringing up the edge stuff there. But looks like Ethan won, so the dial being off didn't make a difference there. Yeah, that was a little weird how it happened because he kept pulling the things back with Paige.
Yeah.
So maybe he pulled one back after that, and they were still counting it that they knew he won because he definitely shot with Yoda first, and he
Mm-hmm.
protected with all the Death Troopers, but got the blast in, and then Krennic would have died when Paige got to strike.
Yeah,
So,
I think he might have made a mistake there. He should have blocked with the other Death Trooper as well. Have more guys in there.
right.
That way he would have even more of an edge advantage.
Yeah, he could have.
Because he couldn't afford to lose that edge battle.
Yeah, he might not have
And
thought he was going to.
yeah, yeah, because of so many tricks and twists and stuff from the other guys. But I mean, at the very least, you lock down everybody. You get to swing first.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that was a weird way that game ended. I'm glad the dial thing that we were pretty sure they missed it at the beginning. And we weren't sure if they ever actually fixed it. I guess when I do the graphics, I'll be able to tell where it's supposed to be. But I'm glad that didn't seem to come in play since Ethan ended up winning. So
Yeah.
it didn't end up. Other than maybe it gave Yoda a gun he shouldn't have had. So at the end.
Yeah.
Hard fought match between Ethan and Josh there splitting. So in round 3 of Swiss, do you have any final thoughts about the games we just watched there before we sort of wrap it up and talk about what'll be coming up next?
Not that I can't think of anything else I didn't mention already. That must have been what you said with the allies. He must have had 3 of them counting there.
Right.
From when he pulled them back.
Right.
I can't think of any other way that he would have won that edge battle.
Yeah, I can't either. So
yeah, if he'd have had one more Death Trooper in there, he would have managed to win that edge battle. Then he could have had Krennic go first with his double focus.
Right.
And that objective would not have gone down.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
When I go back and do the editing and stuff, I'll be curious to see if I figure out what it is. But I want to give a shout out to Josh and Ethan for some great games there. And apologize, we were a little confused about what happened there at the very end, but we know Ethan did end up winning. And shout out to Nate Tripp, Catcher Selling the Boards, for recording these games and letting Derek and I do the commentary for him. So we want to give everybody a little heads up what's coming up, that there were 4 rounds of Swiss at the U.S. Nationals that they held at Nova, but Nate had a little bit of technical difficulties with his camera that it didn't really record the 4th round of Swiss. So the next videos we're going to be bringing you will actually be from the top cut, and he's got games from pretty much the entire top cut all the way through the finals. One of the top 4 matches, it was just a cut to top 4, and then one of the game after that, I guess, to see who would make the finals and so on.
Yeah, it was still the double elimination format.
Right, yeah, so it's still a double elimination. So we've got...
again, going to the final where, the person coming from the loser bracket had to win 2 games.
Right, yeah, so we've got all the way through the
so.
finals there. So we'll have more videos coming up soon, even though we don't have the 4th round of Swiss, that we're going to get to see the top cut. And I have a feeling we may see Josh and or Ethan in that, if I remember correctly, that they both had obviously done well and made it towards the end. So,
yeah.
So, and I guess thanks as always for joining me for commentary, Derek. Appreciate it.
Anytime.